Good morning, friends. It is Sunday and it's a beautiful day. So beautiful outside today. I'm so excited about that. But really what I'm more excited about is the fact that today's the last day that I have to straighten my hair. So I've already got a little bit of makeup on. Gonna head out to breakfast with my husband, and we have to run an errand. We have to go to the garden center. So I'm gonna get this done and then we're gonna head on out.
One of my favorite places here in Sausalito. I really enjoy eating here. Food is really good, and you can't beat the vibe, the city. It's just so beautiful. So it's not very busy. I think it's the time change. People are still obviously asleep and not adjusted, so that always works to our benefit on this day. So I'm really excited to be here, and it's just such a beautiful day. Other favorite place in the whole world is Curious Flora. I'm on a mission. I'm only looking for one thing very specific to the front landscape of our home. And I have made a deal with myself that I will not purchase a plant. So let's see how I do. Ooh, it's so pretty. Oh wow, they really cleaned it up. It looks real nice. Huh? Oh, so pretty. I did not have what I wanted, and I am empty-handed. I do not buy any plants. But we're going to another nursery. Ooh, look at all these plants. Huh. Ooh, this is beautiful. Look at that. Oh, I should get one. Need a basket. Basket.
I've really been enjoying reading, you know. These are some more of my musings, but I think like a lot of us, have been really frustrated with myself because I feel like it's so easy to tune out and disengage and get really sucked into the vortex of social media. You know, I'll tell myself that I don't have time to do certain things, but I have no problem with like sitting down, like losing an hour of time just doom scrolling. And I hate that. I really do. So I really wanted to get into reading, or get back into it. I used to be, since the time I was a young kid until maybe like, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, I was a voracious reader. And somehow along the way that sort of stopped. And I'm sure there's a correlation between, you know, the rise of social media. I'm sure my reading went like, you know, like social media went up here and my reading went down. And I don't know. It's just really frustrating to me. So anyway, I've been making it my mission to read more, and I have been. I've been reading 3 to 4 books a month, and I'm really, really proud of that. And I'm reading some really, really good books. I'm reading a book called The Calculation of Volume, and it is a book in three. It's a 3 volume book. I'm on book 1, and the premise of the book is about a woman who somehow there's a wrinkle in time and she gets stuck repeating this one day over and over and over again. And so far, I'm about 20% left in the book. But she's on her 185th day of repeating the same day. And it's just really interesting how psychologically how that affects her and what she goes through. But essentially, she will wake up on that day. She'll go to bed thinking to herself, okay, I'm going to get on to the next, it's going to be November 19th and not November 18th. And so, okay, she goes to sleep, and then when she wakes up, sure enough, it's still November 18th again. And what's really fascinating about it is that in the beginning, she's able to convince her husband, early part of the day, and then as the day goes on, he has no recollection of the conversation that they had, but the same events happen every single day. Like, she knows what he's going to do, where he's going to go. She knows if she looks out her window at this particular time, this person will walk past her house. She's really been forced to notice every single detail of her day, and you as the reader start to notice every single detail of her day. But in a way, as frustrating as that might be, there's beauty in recognizing the mundane of a day. There's beautiful things about it, and I sort of equate it to, I think when you're a content creator, you kind of get caught up in like like your vlogs have to be exciting, or you have to be doing things for people to be engaged. But to be honest, for me, that's not the case. Like, I find vlogs where people are doing the most mundane things, like their day-to-day lives, opening their refrigerator, cleaning it out, making a cup of tea, cleaning their house. Just those little things to me are so fascinating, but I don't feel in my life that is. So this book has been really, really interesting to me, like just forcing you to sort of slow down and recognize all the small things that happen in your day. And to me, it kind of ties back to gratitude, because a lot of times the things that we think we should be grateful for really are not truly the things that you should be. It's the small little things that just give you so much joy, or little morsels of joy throughout your day. But anyhow, I digress. I'm going to do a little bit of reading right now, and yeah. Making our way down to the beach. I was really craving coming to the ocean and just hanging out, just doing nothing. So I am at Point Reyes National Seashore, and we're at a beach. There's a bunch of beaches along the way here. The beach that I'm at is called North Beach. I would say it's probably about an hour outside of San Francisco. And the Northern California beaches are not the same as Southern California beaches. It's much cooler here, and the water is definitely pretty cold. But by Northern California standards, today is a nice day. It's warm. It's about 63 degrees. If you're living on the East Coast right now, you might say that is a heat wave, but it's normal for here. It's not hot, it's not cold. It's nice. It's nice. So we're just gonna park ourselves and just sit. It's a good section. The chair assembler.
One chair down.
Sit on your lap.
I'll take my own chair. All right. Pretty warm out here today, don't you think? Nothing better than the sound of crashing waves. So relaxing. There's all these little baby crabs. Look at this. They're all over the beach. They're all washed up. And they're not alive. I think the birds obviously must have a field day here, eating all these little crabs. But anyway, yeah, it's just so beautiful today. It's really hot today. It is about almost 80 degrees. I live, if you don't know this, I live about 30 minutes outside of San Francisco. I live in a suburb. I used to live in Berkeley, and now I've moved further out. I'm about, to put it in perspective, roughly about 10, 11 minutes from Berkeley, and about 35 minutes outside of San Francisco. I live in an area that is it's considered to be rural. I live in a really hilly area with a lot of vegetation, so there's like lots of hawks flying around at all times. It's really, really pretty here. It's really, really peaceful, but I live in a valley and it gets really, really hot here, really hot. It's a microclimate. The Bay Area has a ton of microclimates, and I live in a particular one. Literally, if I go 11 minutes into Berkeley, it will be easily 10 to 15 degrees cooler. That's how crazy it is in this little valley. But it's really warm today. It's really sunny. The sun is really, really bright, so I had to turn around the other way. But I didn't come into the garden because it had been really cold. It had been raining, and so I didn't think anything was happening. And so I was supposed to come out just to work on some pots, just to clean up my pots. And as I ventured deeper into the garden, I could see that so much has happened. It's incredible. So much has bloomed, is blooming. Like, the garden is alive. Spring is here. And so I am really resisting the urge, to start making lists in my head of all the things that I have to do, because obviously the garden didn't need me to do this. I'm just going to clean out the bird baths for the birds, the bird feeders, and I'm just going to tend to the pots. I might put the chairs and umbrella out in the back part of the garden, so that's where I typically sit and I rest. So I might do that. I don't know. But I'm going to stay focused on what my intent was, and really that was to work on the pots and really just to enjoy the time outside. So I'm going to do that. with what I did. I did go out into the garden to fill the fountains, which I didn't film. And the birds always love when I fill the fountains. They go crazy. So they're like waiting for me to get out of the way so they can take a bath. And they're doing that now. So I just wanted to get that done. And then I also wanted to move out. I have some big patio chairs that I put out into the deeper part of the garden so that I can rest when I'm working out there. And I put the umbrella up, so it just signifies spring to me. So I'm so happy. I'm just so happy. It is 82 degrees right now. It is really warm. I'm not used to this weather. But I'm going to stop now. I'm feeling dehydrated, so I'm going to go inside. I'm going to have some lunch. Well, I think I'm going to take a shower, have some lunch, and then just do a little bit of relaxing and some reading. So, yeah. So let's just keep on going and just really enjoy the day.